Good morning. Today we will study class 12 syllabus, topic money and functions of money. If we talk about money, what is called money? Money is anything which the authority or government says has money. That means it has purchasing power to exchange, to give as exchange of goods and services. Money came into existence because of the difficulties of barter system. Barter system had so many problems. When money did not exist, barter system was existing. People used to exchange goods for goods or services. There were so many problems, double coincidence of wants, difficulty in dividing goods. Such kind of difficulties may become a big problem in the market. That is why money came into existence. They searched for any other option and were able to discover such a money system. Now let us discuss about types of money. There are different types of money. One is currency notes and coins. Another group, deposit money, that means bank money, plastic money. Let us discuss each one. Currency notes means and coins, that means the notes printed by each government in circulation with different denominations of 10 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees for India, and $1, $100 like in US. In this way, currency notes or paper money is available, and at the same time for smaller denominations, coins are also available. Earlier there was a system that before First World War, convertible paper money was available. That means those notes which were then taken to the bank, they will convert it into gold or silver. Nowadays that system is finished. Whatever paper money is available, it is inconvertible paper money. Then deposit money is the money which people have deposited with the banks in the form of different deposits like saving bank deposit, current account deposit. This money is liquid money if it is accommodated or given with the check facility. And nowadays ATM cards are also there. Easily can be converted into cash. And plastic money means the credit cards, debit cards used for converting money easily for purchasing goods and services. Now let us discuss about the functions of money, which is the most important part of the money topic. Economists have or experts have classified the functions of money into mainly three groups. The first group is the most important functions like primary functions of money. The second one is secondary functions, which is derived from the primary functions. And the third group is contingent functions, which are the functions related to the producer-consumer group. Let us discuss primary functions initially. Primary functions are the very basic and most important functions of money. There are basically two main primary functions. The first one is medium of exchange and the second is measure of value. Why money is called as a medium of exchange? Because it has purchasing power. Anything, any service, any commodity, any good can be purchased. With money, no one will deny to accept it. And money, that is why it is said that money has purchasing power, easily accepted. And this easy acceptance is become the most important factor, that is primary function. And because of this convenience of money with easy purchasing power, medium of exchange, easy acceptance. Then people started working. Instead of exchanging goods, the efficiency in production also increased. That means people started producing more and more so that they can sell easily whatever they have produced, unlike the previous barter exchange time. The second most important feature is measure of value. Earlier in barter system, to exchange one commodity or service for the other was very difficult because of the lack of a common unit of measurement. If any person wanted to sell a cow and he wanted to buy some grains as well as clothes, how difficult for him it was to make the deal. But money removed all those inconveniences, and it is the unit of measurement of any type of commodity which has different types of measuring units. If we talk about cloth, which is measured in meters, any liquid in liters, wheat, grain, sugar, etc. in kilograms, fruits in numbers, all the different commodities have different measuring units. But money can solve the problem of exchange because any commodity can be measured in terms of money. So these two primary functions became the base of functions of money. Now let us explain secondary functions of money. These functions are derived from the primary functions. What are the secondary functions? One, standard of deferred payments, store of value, and the third one is transfer of value. How money functions as a standard of deferred payments means it will be the base of payments to be made in future. In the present times, most of the payments are made in future after working for a long time. Salaries are wages after a month, rent is paid after a month, interest is paid monthly or after years. Then how to calculate these amounts which are not paid at that same time when the services are or the goods are received? That was a very big problem earlier. Now when after money was discovered or invented, it is very convenient to calculate the future payments priorly without any problem. That is why money is a standard of deferred payments. The secondary function is store of value. Earlier, when barter system used to be followed, then goods were stored as wealth. Wealth was stored in the form of goods. Goods are perishable generally. Its value may increase or decrease after some time. So there was a big problem. But money can be stored without having any of these problems. Money stored means purchasing power stored. Anytime it is a liquid asset. Anytime it can be utilized. Its general acceptability is there, and this function is followed from the medium of exchange, primary function. So storing of money means storing of purchasing power, storing of wealth, which is very convenient in the present times. The third secondary function is transfer of value. That means value of any commodity can be transferred from one place to another or one person to another easily. Suppose I want to sell a house to my relative, then I can get that money in my hand or in my bank account. The value of the house is easily transferred. Otherwise, it would have been a particular commodity to be transferred in place of the other. The values comparison would have been very difficult. Therefore, or a place, that means value can be transferred from one place to another. Means if a person wants to shift to another place and he is having a house, immovable property, he cannot take the property along with him. But even then he is in need of a house where he goes. So he cannot take the house along with him to the other place, but he can sell it and get the value in terms of money. The same money he can use in the other place to buy a new house So the value will be properly utilized when it is about money. Now let us discuss the contingent functions which are related to economic entities who are the producers and consumers. Among them, the money is circulating. How money is going to help them? For a consumer, if we talk about, he can maximize his utility as according to the economic theory of consumer's behavior. A consumer can maximize his utility when he equates the marginal utility of the commodity he purchases with its price. He will be in equilibrium. So when price is part of money and price is expressed in terms of money, the consumer satisfaction is equated with money in price terms. This way, a consumer is satisfied with his purchases which is compared with money. So maximization of utility is the first function. A consumer, how he is in equilibrium with his purchases of commodities when he compare it with money, that is price. Second feature, it is regarding the producer. A producer always wants to produce commodity and sell in the market and earn maximum profit. This is his motive. When he has the profit motive, he has to make full use of the factors of production, land, labor, capital, and other resources, profitably, cost-effective way. Then only he can earn maximum profit. So how he can utilize these factors of production in cost-effective way? Rent, interest, profit, as well as wages. All these are expressed in terms of its price. That means land receives rent, capital receives interest, workers receive wages, and entrepreneur receive profit. All these are calculated in terms of money. By comparing the prices and the output price and its profit, a producer is able to make best use of his activity to earn maximum profit. This is how a producer is benefited out of money. And when we talk about national income is the money value of all the goods and services produced in a country or a boundary of a domestic territory of an economy or a country. And when it is divided by the number of people or population of the country, per capita income is derived. So when it is the money value of all the goods, or when the money value is divided for the entire population, the distribution of national income takes place. Or even in the other way, we distribute the earned income from production of goods to all the four factors of production. That way also, which is in terms of money, that way also distribution of national income is based on money. And the fourth function is basis of credit system. That is, money is the basis for all the credit system, if it is through banks or other institutions, other financial institutions, because they receive primary deposits which is in the form of money, and these deposits are the basis for all the credit system like loan or credit card. Everything is based on the accounts of the account holders, which is in terms of money. So in this way, money is not only helpful for everyone, common people, it is helpful for the entities of the economy, producers and consumers. It is the base of credit system. It is the base of national income. So money is very important, and these are the functions of money. When we discuss about money, we cannot go without discussing the measurement of money. And then there is an important term, money supply. Money supply refers to the stock of money lying with the public in the form of currency and coins, and the deposits with different financial institutions like bank, post office, etc. So as we have already studied, different types of money are currency and coins and deposits. The central bank measures the supply of money. There are different measurements based on different purposes. And mainly, Reserve Bank of India has given 4 types of measurements of money, in which the first one is M1 money supply, M1 measurement of money, which is calculated on the basis of total of the currency and coins with the public and demand deposits with the commercial banks, plus other deposits with Reserve Bank of India, together make M1 money supply. That means M1 is equal to C plus DD plus OD. Currency and coins plus demand deposits plus other deposits of R. Second type is M2 measurement of money. When M2 is measured, when saving deposits of post office is added with the M1 money measurement, M2 measurement can be taken. That means M2 is equal to M1 plus saving deposit with post office saving schemes. Third one is M3 measurement of money. M3 measurement is calculated by adding time deposits with commercial banks along with M1. That means M1 plus time deposits of commercial banks. Earlier only demand deposits were taken, and now time deposits also is added with it. The last one is M4 measurement of money. This is measured with M3 and total deposits with the post office saving organizations excluding National Savings Certificate. That means M4 is equal to M3 plus total deposits in post office excluding NSC. So these are the 4 types of measurements of money undertaken by central bank. And when central bank is having this calculation, we can say that the money lying with central bank has an importance. The circulation of money along with the public or in banks are multiples of the money lying with the central bank. So the money lying with the central bank has so much importance. The circulation of money in circulation is the multiples of central bank money. So therefore, this central bank money is known as high-powered money. So this way we have understood money, its meaning, different functions, measurement and high-powered money.